Hi guys, welcome to this video where we'll be discussing about what a pip is, and we'll also be talking about the spread, the bid, and the ask price. Alright, so when trading forex, you want to know how to calculate the pip value. You want to know how to calculate the pip value. This will assist you in knowing putting your take profit and knowing how to place your stop. Also, it will enable you to be able to calculate your profits and loss before you enter any trade. So what is a pip? Okay, pip is the unit of measurement that express the change in value between two currencies. Now, like you all know that currencies are traded in pairs, right? Currencies are traded in pairs, right? So the pip is the measurement, is the unit of measurement that expresses the change in value. So when it moves up, it moves a certain amount of pip. When it moves down, it moves a certain amount of pip. So that's just basically what it is. When you see the value appreciating, it's moving in pips. When it's depreciating also, it's also going down in pips. So we calculate the value, okay, in pips, right? So when you are looking at currencies, the pip is the fourth digit after the decimal. Yes, after the decimal, the pip is the fourth digit. You can go to your MetaTrader 4 or go to your trading platform and look at the currencies there. The pip is the fourth digit after the decimal and equals to a change of 0.0001. Now that one there, that is the pip value. It is the fourth digit after the decimal, right? So let's move into this example like the Euro USD. Now, when Euro USD moves from 1.08450 to 1.08460, all right, just like I told you that the pip is the fourth digit after the decimal, you can see that the 1.08450, the 5 there is the pip, all right. The 1.08460, the 6 there, that's the pip position, that's the pip value. So when Euro USD move from 1.08450 to 1.08460, what you want to do is that you want to subtract both values. So I would recommend that you subtract the highest number from the lowest number so that you don't have a negative, all right? Now you subtract both values, you will get, when you subtract this both value, you get 0.0001 rise in value. That represents 1 pip, okay? That represents 1 pip, all right? So there is an exemption for the yen and gold pairs. So when you are looking at the yen and gold pairs, the pip is the second digit after the decimal. For the yen and gold pairs, the pip is not the fourth digit, all right? It is in the second digit after the decimal. So that's just basically, it's very simple. For the currencies, the pip is the fourth digit after the decimal. But for the yen and gold pairs, the pip is the second digit after the decimal. So as we proceed, you will get to understand the concept better. So we have what we call the pipette. This is the fractional pip, actually a tenth of a pip. It is placed in the fifth place after the decimal. So like the pip is placed in the fourth position, the pipette is in the fifth position. It is the fraction of a pip, is 1/10 of a pip. What the pipette does, what's the use is to just provide more accuracy when calculating your profit and loss, all right? But when calculating pip, what you need to do is to ignore the pipette and move on with your calculation, all right? So that's it about the pipette. So how to calculate the pip? Now in this video, you're going to understand how to calculate the pip. How to calculate the pip. So to calculate the pip, you subtract the entry from your exit. All right. All you need to do is to subtract your entry from your exit, then divide by 0.01 or move the decimal 4 places to the right. All right. 4 places to the right. So like we said, the pip is the fourth digit after the decimal. So we have two options. It's either we divide by 0.01 or we move the decimal 4 places to the right. So if you want to calculate pip, all we need to do is subtract the entry from our exit, the position where we're entering the trade and the position where we're exiting the trade. Subtract the both of them together. Once you subtract them together, the answer you get, the two methods we use is either we divide by 0.01 or we move the decimal 4 places to the right. We move the decimal 4 places to the right. All right. So let's get to it. All right. So let's have an example for to see what we're discussing. Let's say you enter for a buy the Euro USD at 1.08890 and you exit at 1.09250. All right. To calculate the PEEP, all you need to do is to subtract what we said your maybe your entry from your exit, okay? Or you go ahead and subtract the higher number from the lowest one, okay? And what you get is 0.0036. So what you want to do now to get the PEEP is either you divide by 0.001, that's because the PEEP is the 4 digits after the decimal, you divide by 0.0001, or just move the decimal 4 places to the right. So when we divide 0.038 with 0.0001, we have 36 pips. Or when we move it 4 places to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, we still have 36 pips. So you can see now that the Euro USD, if it moves from 1.08890 to 1.09250, we have 36 pips there. We'll be able to catch 36 pips there. So that's how simple it is, okay? That's how simple it is. So let's have another example. Let's say we sell the GDP USD at 1.24150 and we exit at 1.08430. How many pip is this trade? So just like I said, you minus the higher number from the lowest one so that you will not end up with a negative, okay? Once you have the answer at 0.0572, what you need to do now is to divide by 0.0001, or alternatively, you move the decimal 4 places to the right and you end up with the 572 pips. As simple as that. So this is how we calculate pips. Now, I just want to add here that if you use 0.01 lot size, how much profit will this trade give you? All right. So like we said in our lot, we explained in the lot size that when you use 0.01 lot size, what you are doing there is you are actually saying you want to trade 10 cents per pip. Okay. And when you use the 0.01 lot size, let's move on to our calculator and see. Let's move to our calculator so that we do that calculation. When you use the 0.01 lot size, how much profit will you make from 572 pips? So let's say the micro lot, $572 if pips, and we use the micro lot, which is 10 cents per pip, we are going to end up with $57.2. If we use the mini lot is $1 per pip. We are going to end up, the mini lot now is $1 per pip. You know the mini lot is 0.1, it's $1 per pip. We are going to end up with $572. But if we use the standard lot, which is $10 per pip, we are going to end up with $5,720. So that's how to calculate the profit. So let's move on. What we need to check now is the next thing here. So we said there's an exception which is for the gold and yen pair, and the exception is that the pip is in the second digit after the decimal, so you divide by 0.01. So like we said, for the other currencies, the pip is the 4 digit after the decimal, but for yen and gold pairs, the pip is not the 4 digit, it's in the second digit after the decimal. So you still do the same thing, but the only difference is that you are dividing by 0.01. So let's say we enter for a buy USD JPY at 138.050 and exit at 144.980. How many pip did we make? Now we subtract the both values like we have been doing. When you subtract, you have 6.93. So for this now, all you need to do is divide by 0.01 and you have 693 pips. Or you move the decimal 2 places to the right, which is what? 693 pips. Okay. So we have another example. In this example, we're going to be calculating for the gold. Let's say we sold the gold XAU USD at 1926.660 and we exit at 1904.120. How many pip did we get from this trade? So just like we have been doing, you subtract your entry from your exit. Once you have subtracted it, you have 22.54. Now the 22.54, all you need to do is divide by 0.01, which is 2254, right, pips. But I want to mention here for the gold pair, the gold is calculated in points, right? So 1 point is for gold is equals to 10 pips. Okay, so if you are calculating your pip here or your profit, what you want to do is that you should, once you have calculated it like this, divide it by 10. Once you divide it by 10, because the gold moves in points, 1 point is equal to 10 pips. Once it goes 10 pips, that's 1 point. Okay, for the gold. So to calculate the profit, divide by 10. So once you have divided by 10, you have 225.4 points. So this is what you have now. So 225.4 points. So multiply by the lot size to get the profit. So if you want to get the profit for this now, all you need to do is multiply by the lot size. So let's say 225.4. Let's go to our calculator. 225.4. 225.4. So let's say we use the standard lot now. The standard lot is $10 per pip. We're going to end up with, for this trade, we're going to have $2,254. But let's say we use the mini lot, which is $1 per pip. We're going to end up with this $225.4. But let's say we use the micro lot, which is 10 cents per pip. We're going to end up with $22.54. Okay, so this is what we are going to have for this trade. Okay, so I hope you understand. It's just a very simple concept. Okay, and with practice you get to understand it better. So the bid, ask, and the spread. So the bid refers to the highest price the buyer will pay to buy a specific number of shares of stock at any given time, while the ask price is the lowest price at which the seller is willing to sell the stock. So the seller brings the stock up right on the market and is saying, okay, I want to sell it for $2, right? So the buyer is coming now to bid that price, saying, okay, I want to buy it for $1.8, right? You see, so this is the bid. You as a buyer coming with a bid, the seller is also presenting you with the selling price, which is the asking price. So the bid, so that's the difference. That's what we mean by bid and ask price. So the bid price will almost always be lower than the ask. So that's one thing you should know, that the bid will always be lower than the ask. All right. Now the spread is the difference between the bid and the ask price. So your spread in forex trading is just the difference between the bid and the ask price. And this is the cost you are paying for entering the trade. This is the cost your broker is charging you for entering a trade. So you want to pay attention to the spread anytime you are taking a trade. So higher spread will mean higher cost that your broker will be charging you. So you want to pay attention to the spread. You want to come to the market and you want to enter the trade at a spread, when the spread is in a considerable amount, low amount, whereby it will not be costing you a lot of money to take that trade. Okay, so you want to also calculate the spread and make sure it's good for you and all that. Okay, so if Euro USD is trading with an ask price of 1.09685 and a bid price of 1.09693, all you need to do is to subtract the ask price from the bid price and you will get your spread, as we have done in this video. So yes, so this is what we're calling it a day. Okay, so thanks for watching. So I hope you understand what we just explained. You can drop your questions and we'll attend to them.